How's it going, everybody? LevelMDiecast bringing you Diecast Haul, episode 36, Big 3-6. Brings back some stuff that we haven't had for a while, and that would be monster trucks. These are being found at Five Below. So, can't find any new stuff at Walmart or Target, but Five Below has some new stuff. This is this particular mix here. So I do have the 75th anniversary Bigfoot. Also picked up Crush Delivery. And then we do have the Tuck and Roll, which is a new model. Still looking for that Barbie camper, unfortunately. Didn't find that one quite yet. Again, 75th anniversary Bigfoot. This one looks fantastic. I like the deco on it. Got a little Bigfoot on the side. Looks pretty cool. Big 75, all that good stuff like that. Has Summit and stuff on there. Prints are fantastic as usual. Other than that, just regular. Of course, it is based on the Ford casting. Looks pretty good. So, yellow chassis in there, yellow frame. Kind of stick that on the side. Of course, it comes with one of those rudimentary, terrible, non-crushable crush cars. All right, next one in the mix, of course, like I mentioned, Crush Delivery. This is a new model for 2023. Does have a shark in the back. Plastic and stuff out of here. Again, at Five Below. Another rudimentary crushed car. They're not very good. This one's kind of cool. I like the white chassis on this one. It's like a matte finish to the paint. Looks pretty good as well. Crush Delivery. There is your details in the back with your shark. Looks like he's trying to break it out. Looks like it's shattered a little bit. That's pretty cool. It's pretty detailed in there. Pretty painted up. Looks like this piece probably snaps on there. Not designed to come off, but should you want to take it off, I'm sure you could get it off of there. Looks pretty good. Crush Delivery. Red wheels on this one, so not too shabby. Let's see, it sort of fits in the frame. All right, last one for monster trucks, Tuck and Roll. This is based on the existing three-wheel casting that they came out with last year for the trike. They did add a new piece on the top for the Tuck to make it a Tuck and Roll. This one comes with the car, crushed car. There is the Tuck and Roll. Still does steer, which is super cool. It is independent. 3 headlights on the front, purple window, MBK 01. There is the print on the top. It's an elephant, so it's pretty cool. Kind of an ode to Thailand, which is cool. Nice print on the side. Looks really good. Super high quality prints. Ooh, just doesn't want to quite focus in on those names, does it? It's kind of thrown off on the print. No print on the back, no taillights, no nothing like that. But the entire chassis section here is metal. The steering part is separate. So it's sort of kind of rocks a little bit, but not really. It's kind of an interesting thing. I'm just going to put him over Cha. All right, a Mini GT that was not in my previous haul. This is because this model in particular was not at Surplus Goodies, which is normally where I get all my stuff. Number 486, this is, of course, Super GT. This is the first Nismo GT3 released under the specific Super GT branding that Mini GT is doing now. Obviously, we've seen some Nismo GT3s previously. This is not a new casting, just brand spanking new version with a real deco on it. Of course, there is the box. Looks pretty decent. 2022 series, it says. So we'll pull our Nismo GT3 out. This is kind of an interesting setup here. Normally, we have these on the rotator guy, so we get a little bit of up close and personal with these ones. Number 56 on the side, tons and tons of print. because, of course, Yokohama on the wing looks pretty good. More prints on the top. Of course, Autobox on your windshield banner. It is the Autobox Super GT Series. Love the yellow painted headlights, or yellow tinted headlights, I should say. Rest of the details, just pretty average. Pretty average. Good details on the back, of course. It's mini GT, so of course it looks good. Of course, it's made in China, because it's all made in China. Maybe we'll just put this guy kind of right there. All right, moving on to some Hot Wheels stuff. Of course, we do have some older stuff here. I do collect the Shoebox, specifically like this particular casting. So anytime I come across one I don't have, I try to pick it up. This one from Hot Wheels Classics, just in red Spectra Flame. This one is super shiny, looks pretty good. It says Classics on the side, Classics on the top. Some Spectra Flame to it. Does have a metal base. Not a whole lot of prints to this one. The Cool Classics was kind of an in-between type of release, where it wasn't necessarily premium, but it wasn't not premium. All right, another Shoebox that I looked, or that I found to add to the collection. This is one of the J.C. Whitney ones. They did a bazillion J.C. Whitney ones, especially throughout the late 90s and 2000s. Tons and tons of these. They did 57 Chevys and all kinds of other stuff. They did a few shoeboxes. I think this is the first shoebox one that I've actually come across to add to the collection. So I am still missing quite a few. It says PK&G Customs. It is blistered to the bottom of the box. This one does have real riders, unlike the Cool Classics that we just looked at. That one did not have real riders. Of course, it says J.C. Whitney on the side, Hot Wheels on the window, some Goodyear slicks on there, flames across the front, a little bit of headlight detail on there. This one actually does get some tail light detail as well. Just a plastic base, but it is super chrome. So, again, probably not going to be very popular with people. It's an older casting. All right, we do have some stuff from the K case, 2023 K case. A few things here. Pacifica, newest color for the Pacifica, in kind of a military greenish. Dare I call it F8 green? Looks a lot like F8 green. It's a Chrysler product. It's close enough. Just recolor though. The previous one this year was in silver. So nothing fancy with this one. Is just in mud studs segment. Another one from the K case. This is the Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400 in light blue. I think the previous one earlier this year was in a dark blue. So just kind of a flip-flop. I think it's the exact same deco with RTR on there. It's kind of cool. No prints on the front, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's kind of cool. It says Ford Performance on the top, which is kind of cool. It's an all right casting. It's one of those castings that I'm glad that Hot Wheels actually Hot Wheelsified for a change. Brand spanking new casting. This is the Mod Speeder. This thing looks wicked cool. Again, from the K case. This one is in like a flat blue finish. Of course, number 55 on the side. They do have a running theme for this particular deco. You'll see some previous ones that were 54, 53, 52, and I even think 51. 55 is just in gold. Get that to focus. There we go. Sorry about that. Looks pretty good. Big, huge motor sticking out. There's a clear piece on the top, which is part of the window, which is frosted. Nice, big, huge front mount intercooler on this one. Very low slung. Quad-tipped exhaust on this one. Definitely not a track car. This is definitely not made to be on the track for sure. But that one's pretty cool. Very unique. It's really, really long too. Really long. Barely fits in the little display we have up there. All right, another one to the K case. Just a recolor for the tuned Silverado. This time in blue. It's basically just a recolor of the previous one in green with some color stripes on the side. Chrome interior. You know, pretty average. They're all relatively straightforward. I think the very first one in just that blue color was probably one of the best ones. They also did red, which was pretty nice. So pretty average there. A new Brick Rides model. This is the recolor for the brick and motor. Notice the front piece that's on the front there is always on the top because it doesn't fit in the blister. It doesn't fit in the blister if they put it in there like that. So you got to take this off, stick it on the front. There you go. Just an exact recolor from the one earlier this year. Of course, the back piece just has these giant turbos, which are kind of cool. So other than that, just kind of it's kind of a bone shaker-ish kind of design to it. Skinny wheels in the front, big huge mutters in the back. Just a metal base, nothing fancy with that one. Put that guy up there. Another one from the K case. This one is super cool. This is limited grip with Black Widow exhaust deco on there. Brand new casting. This one is fantastic. This is a literally a modded drift truck, which is super cool. Does have quite a bit of details in the back. Got your fuel tank and some other stuff in the back. Of course, it's all done up with some cage. No bed piece on there. Dual seats in there. Big V8. Big nice V8 in there. Details look fantastic. Part of the casting. Couple of big turbos on the side. Well, they'd probably be big if this was a real vehicle, but they look pretty small on this one. Nice, air deflector on the top here. Looks pretty cool. And then, of course, just your bumper replacement in the front. Couple of side exhausts on each side here. That's a pretty cool casting. Pretty cool casting. I like to see all the customs that people do with that one. That one's pretty cool. I'm still kind of sort of on my exposed engines and bodywork kind of kick a little bit. New to the K case, recolor for the 787B. We got blue this year, and then I think there was a yellow one that was a Dollar General exclusive. But now we have this one in maroon. It says Goodyear on it, Mazda. Of course, this is modified from the premium version. So it doesn't have an opening part like the premium one does, but it does have a metal wing, which is kind of nice. Mismatch wheels, nice full prints on the front. So this guy gets some extra prints based on most main lines, which is kind of cool. Recolor for the El Segundo coupe. This one, again, from the K case. First one was in like a gray, kind of graphite kind of color. Now we do have black and gold, which looks pretty good. Still has a chrome interior. Lensed headlights look pretty good. Those wire wheels, it's a good fit for this one. The interior has the exhaust pieces, so they show out the back. I do like this. It's a pretty good one. There's the deets on the bottom. Pretty nice gold for the base as well. Filling up our little stand back here. I got a Flying Customs, older Flying Customs. This is the Tyrrell P34. I think I only have, I have like the mainline version of this, and then I think I might have the Treasure Hunt. There was a Treasure Hunt. And now this one. That might be the only ones that were ever made. I'm not really sure. This casting didn't seem to last very long, and that's because, for one, it's all metal. Well, this one's all metal. And for two, it's got 6 axles. So even though they're little tiny wheels in the front, maybe that's just too much for Hot Wheels. It does have a driver in there, which looks pretty good. This one is a pretty nice deco on there. It says Tyrrell on there. Black, kind of a reddish, orange, and yellow. Tyrrell on the front looks good. Of course, this was a quite innovative F1 car from back in the day. I think it only ran 1, maybe 2 seasons before it was deemed ineligible, which was a bummer. Put the guy at the top. Kind of see him at the top. Got a couple of Zamacs. These are some older Zamacs. These were from, you say they're from the K case, but they're They're like a different assortment, but these are Walmart's Zamacs. Supernova in Zamac. All it is just Zamac instead of purple. There's really nothing fancy with it. Sometimes the Zamacs are a little bit better, but this one's definitely not. Sorry about the camera there. Looks good with the Zamac. I like the Zamac deal to it. I like the purple window. Looks a lot better than the mainline version. But, you know, nothing fancy. Just a Zamac chrome interior on that guy. Gonna put him down at the bottom. This one is super cool, though. This is the Taken Turbo S Zamac. This is the other one in the mix. They're only doing 2 Zamacs at a time this year, so this one is very, very nice. It's just basically raw, but you still get your prints on the front, and you still get your prints on the back. It says Turbo S on the plate. That one is pretty nice. Like the Zamac feel to this one for sure. Definitely looks like maybe chrome wrapped or something like that. That's kind of a cool look to it. I think so. I picked up a loose car. This is the dump truck from, I think, like 96 Silver Series. So there's 2 versions of this. There's one with a black dump, and then there's one with the all chrome dump. I've been looking for the all chrome dump for a while. It's definitely a tougher one to get. This actually came from a dump bin of cars, and it is all Gucci. It is all good. Look at that. All good. So I'm able to add this to my collection. So I'm super, super stoked about that. So I've been looking for that one for a little bit. It's not like stupid expensive type rare and nothing like that. It's just something that I didn't have. I'm trying to expand my race car display just a little bit. I don't have very much drag related racing in there, just because I'm not a huge fan of drag racing, which is kind of weird because I have a 392 Charger. But this one, the 65 Mercury Comet Cyclone, this is from Drag Strip Demons from the 50th anniversary. There is the mix. So I figured I might as well just kind of try to put the mix together. I actually only have some of these. I'm still missing the Bel Air and the Nova, but I have the other 3. So we'll just go ahead and crack this first one. The Mercury Comet Cyclone. This one is especially nice because it just says American Cyclone on the side. AFX is its fuel designation, which looks pretty good. Got your taillights in the back, which is pretty nice. And then just some deets on here. It's all metal, which looks pretty good. Hoosier tires on there. That is super cool. I like the Hoosier tires. It's a very, very cool feature. And then, of course, just your little pizza cutters on the front. Pretty average, so we'll put him there. All right, next one up in that mix that we have, of course, is the 65 Dodge Coronet. This one was re-released, I think, either in the 2-pack or something. I feel like this one was re-released. I do have one in the collection, but there's something different about this one, so I figured I would pick this one up. This one has the modified wheelbase. I do like the super, super gold wheels in the front. Looks absolutely fantastic. Very, very nice details on here. San Fernando. This one has some details with the intake manifold sticking out of the hood. The print on the back says Dodge. Definitely like this one. You got your moon eyes there as well. That one is pretty cool. Has a little wheelie pop to it. Oop. All right, put this right. Make sure he's in the mix. Might be a little blurry. I do apologize. We'll work it. All right, next one up. This is the 63 Chevy Nova. I don't have this casting at all, so this is a very first casting for me, so I'm pretty happy about that. It says "Too Much Too Soon" on the side. So get this guy out. There we go. This one is like ultra super shorty. 454 cubic inches as it has in there. I don't think I've ever actually held this casting before. I don't think I've ever done anything with this casting before. So this is new for me. Looks pretty good. I do like the headlight prints on there. Same details with the stuff sticking out of the hood. White stripes on that one. This one has Goodyear Eagles. It's pretty cool. I like the shorty base on it too. Very, very nice. It's insane. It's actually kind of cool. I actually kind of like that one. That one's actually pretty decent. Pretty decent. All right, as I expand my race car display, you guys know I picked up the Monza from this Silhouettes set. That is the mix there. This is the very last model I needed. Now I have all the mix in here. When this set first dropped, all I bought was the 2 Porsches because that's all I cared about. And then I ended up getting the Silhouette Skyline just because. But I never got the Mazda, never got the Greenwood Corvette. Cracked the Mazda, I think in my last haul maybe. And now I have the Greenwood Corvettes. Of course, all my premium stuff comes locally. I got a buddy who's got a lot of premium stuff. So I get pretty lucky. If he's got them, he'll sell them to me at cost, which is pretty nice. So there is your Greenwood Corvette. I don't have any of these castings at all. And I don't really want more than like 1 or 2. But I figured I'd start with this one. This one is a pretty decent one. The base is matte white, which is cool. Like when it just kind of soaks up all the glare. It looks super cool. Made in Thailand. Mancuso Chevrolet. It's actually a pretty cool model. I know Lamely really likes that casting for whatever reason. But for me, it's aight. It's aight. All right. So I was going to do a separate video for these. But it's old news now. Because these have been out for a little bit now, probably, I don't know, six weeks to 2 months, I guess, here in the U.S. This is the latest mix of Boulevard. I do have the entire set, so we will go over this, starting with the 91 GMC Cyclone. I do like this casting. They've done this a couple of times in premium. This one is very, very nice, though. I feel like this one's very appropriate to the era. I like the GMC on the front. Looks fantastic. A little bit of print on the hood. Looks good as well. The wheel choice is pretty good. Does say Cyclone there on the door, which is super cool. There is your deets on the back. It says Psycho on the plate, which is cool. Cyclone on the back. That is fully done up for the tonneau cover. It's not removable or anything. And then just a white interior. So that guy is pretty cool. I actually really like that one. That one's pretty cool too. So we're going to have to make room for these guys. We'll put our Cyclone there. All right, we'll go backwards, I guess, since I started with 80. Tommy Mikkonen, Evo 6. Not exactly Tommy Mikkonen, but it's pretty much. It's not licensed or anything. Super happy to get another Evo. This is probably going to be, this might be my favorite of this particular release. I really, really like this paint job. It looks absolutely fantastic. Look at the details on the front. Prints are fantastic. Prints on the hood are fantastic. Perfect wheel choice. Does have a plastic wing on it. There is your plates. Just says Evo Lancer on the plate. There is your Evo 6 logo on the trunk lid, which is super, super cool. Of course, it is right-hand drive. Such a fantastic casting. I really like this casting a lot. Looks super good. S17 is the date code on these guys. That Evo is just wicked cool. It's wicked cool. All right, a lot of people are probably going to like this one. This is the Trueno AE86 in Advan Deco. There is your card art. For me, it's just a meh. Not a fan of the Trueno. It's cool. It's cool if you're, you like Initial D and you like drifting and stuff. But outside of that, it's just a hatchback. There is your Advan Deco. It says 23 on there. Of course, the headlights are up and they are fully printed up, which looks fantastic. Trueno on the front, Advan on the front plate. Those details are very nice. Nice little 6-spoke wheels. Looks fantastic. Got your JNC on there as well. And then there is the deets on the back. The prints are fantastic. It's a good model. I think this is probably the best version of the, well, I mean, they did one that was just like the Initial D one, but I guess this is probably the closest one. All right, number 77, showing some Aussie love. I am in the hunt to get some of these down to my buddy in Australia. 77 Holden Torana A9X. This is a very, very rare, very expensive car in Australia, or pretty much any part of the world, although I'm not really sure if there would be one somewhere else. But this is like one of the classic cars to have down under. This one looks fantastic. It says HW 1977 on the plates. Got your Holden logo in the grill, although it's kind of difficult to see it because the grill is all, got some texture to it. The black hood looks fantastic. Riveted on hood scoop looks fantastic. Of course, it is right-hand drive. They used really nice wheel choice. There's your SS logo. It's the same SS that's in the front, by the way. SS looks fantastic. Love the kind of lip spoiler here in the back. This is a really, really good casting. I really like it. I like how basic it is. Very interesting. You can see all the way through the roll cage directly to the base. You can actually see the axle in there. It's kind of interesting. I have to get another one of these and drill it open and see what it looks like. Side exhaust on this one as well looks good. That's really, really good. It's actually a pretty good one. Running out of room here. It's all right. We only have one single more model to go. Number 76. Of course, this is the Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG Coupe Black Series. This is only the second time we're seeing this casting. Debuted in red last year. And then, of course, there was a chase in actual black for the Black Series, although you can get them in other colors than just black. It's just Black Series. It's just the name, indicating you have to get it in black. This one in yellow, I've heard from a lot of people that they think this one's probably the best of the mix. It's pretty good. I do like this casting. I think the casting's a little bit small, a little bit scrunched a little bit. Just my opinion. But other than that, I think it's pretty good. It does have 6.3 on the side. Fender, 5 spokes. The wing is metal, which is part of the casting. Prints on the back look pretty good. You'll see on that particular taillight, they did one pass on back print, and then they did one with a side print to get that last quarter piece in there. Did not line up very well. Lined up way better on this side, but the other side didn't line up all that well. And then a little bit of print for the exhaust tips, which I think is super cool. It's a really nice color, though. It's a really, really, really nice color. Base Dietz. So, let's see. Move this guy here. Just slot him in right there. So there you go. That is episode 36, Diecast haul. A lot of Hot Wheels, yeah, I know. But return to some monster trucks, which is kind of interesting. There's also a mix showing up at Big, I keep wanting to say Big Lots. It's Five Below. They also have the mix that has that R34 monster truck, but I haven't found that yet. I'm still looking for that. So anyways, we're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Let me know if you see something happy here or something not happy or whatever. Check out the comments as usual. But we're going to roll on. Got some other stuff in the mix. We'll catch you next time. LevelMDiecast. Peace.